raps, doing tracks, doing shows, doing calls, doing bad, doing this, doing that, doing great, doing bad. Hey, tell 'em I get the remedy.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking reckless.
When I pull up all of the enemy, they go, oh.
Alright, story time. Alright, so basically, for those who do not know, I was into cars before I was into bikes. So I was a pretty big car guy. The reason being was because my dad was. So, that being said, I've always been fascinated with performance and just having fun with like the car scene. And that will bring me to the topic today about the fastest car I've ever driven. Where my dad decided to go ahead and get a Camaro because he's always wanted one. So we're finally in the position to get an older Camaro. And it was around the same time that I got my first car, or technically truck. My first truck was a '97 Chevy S10. I had like custom paint on it or whatever, but it wasn't nothing big. He decided to go ahead and get a 71 Camaro. It was a split bumper, and a Z28 clone. So it had Z28 badging, but it was not an actual Z28. But he got it from a place up in Tennessee. We drove it all the way back home with like the suspension rattling. It needed a lot of work. But whenever we got back home, we ended up building the car. One cool thing that we noticed was when we got it home, or when we were driving it home, it seemed like it had more power than it should. Whenever we bought it from the place, they said it had a 350, like a normal 350 motor. I don't think it was numbers matching. I doubt it, because it was painted like the Chevy orange that's pretty common with the old V8s. We had some paperwork in the dash, and we were looking through it, and one of them was a build sheet. It was a build sheet to the engine that we had in the car, and the people who built it was Wyotech, which I believe is like a school, like a performance school, performance college over in Texas, I think. And little did we know, we didn't have a 350. We had a 383 stroker. It was built with a 400 crank. And we did a couple things to it. We took the wheels that we had off of it, put them on my S10, which were some American Racing. I think they're Torque Thrust D. So they were the gray powder coat with the I guess you would call it beauty band, or like a chrome or stainless lip. It wasn't chrome, it was stainless, I believe. And we put some, I think they were called Boss like 19 by 9.5s in the rear, and then 19 by 8s in the front, so it was staggered. Had some we had some Pirelli tires on it, nice and sticky. I can't remember all the stuff that we did to the suspension, but I remember we were going for like a pro touring style setup. So basically a track car, something that we can take on the track, have fun with, do some cornering. We didn't want it just to be all about straight lines. We never did do any track days with it, but I do remember this specific point, which brings me back to the topic. How fast did I go in it? One day we were out on the highway. We're on 85 over here in Georgia, Interstate 85, and there wasn't any cars around or anything. We're going about 80 miles an hour, and we decided to go ahead and get on it and see how fast it goes, or how fast it would keep going. And I mind you, the car didn't have the normal wing that comes on the back of them. It had the actual spoiler that goes over the rear, and it also had the front spoiler. I guess like a chin spoiler on the front, just to keep the nose down a little bit at higher speeds, keep it a little bit more stable. And we stomp on it. We get about 110 or so. And then it just keeps on going. Tach keeps on going, keeps on going. So finally, the tach stops at 150, and this thing's going like this thing hits 150, and the needle just keeps on driving and driving like it's nothing. Like usually in lower power cars, they kind of hang when you get that fast. So they'll kind of hang around the mile per hour and just kind of float there and slowly accelerate. But this damn thing just kept on burying and burying. So we definitely did at least 150 according to the tag. And it was a fucking blast. It really was. That car was so damn fun. The shit would do a burnout all the way through third gear. Oh, it was a lot of fun. I certainly miss it. Sadly, my dad had to get rid of it shortly after. But I have made it a life goal to either get that car back or one like it. Preferably, if I get one like it, I want to get like a 4 or 5 speed, because I love manuals. That one in particular was automatic. But yeah, life goal right there to get that car back. So those of you that are interested, what's the fastest car you've ever been in? What's the fastest you've ever gone? Put down in the comments. Those of you who like this video and you want to stick around for a little bit, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And if you want to keep track on every post I make and get a notification, hit that little bell right there in the corner, right next to the subscribe button. And hopefully I can be a little bit more consecutive with my videos. I know I'm really sporadic. But it's a little hard sometimes to get around to some videos. Let's see if I can deal with these uneven lanes on this road work. All right, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.